It's now time to talk about the moment we've all been waiting for. The Dinobots. The fans have been begging Michael Bay and his team for years to include them in these movies. And it finally happened. Surely they've treated them with love, respect, and with tons of screen time. They're only in the movie for 6 minutes. Michael Bay has done it again. He scammed us. This is like the Shockwave situation all over again. They put the Dinobots in all the marketing and advertisements for this movie, only for them to barely be in it and at the end of a nearly 3-hour long movie. Bravo, Michael Bay. Bravo. And their inclusion was so obviously shoehorned in, like it barely makes any sense as to why they're even here. That scene in the very beginning of the movie has nothing to do with the actual Dinobots, even though it makes you believe that. Now, I have a big hot take coming, I'm aware. I've never actually been that big of a fan of the Dinobots. I know, calm down, let me explain. Let me be clear. I'm not saying I dislike the Dinobots, they're just far from my favorite characters in the franchise. The only ones I can really remember is Grimlock and Swoop, even though I think they call them Strafe in this movie for some reason. I know the names of the other ones, but I just start mixing them together because I forget whose name goes to who. I know some of these guys are called Snarl, Slag, Sludge, whatever, but I'd be lying to you if I could figure out who's who without googling it. I think the sole reason for me not really caring for them very much just stems from me not being a very big fan of dinosaurs in general. I never really found them to be that cool. Fun fact, my dad bought me this dinosaur toy way back in the day when I was like a toddler, and even then I barely played with it because I just didn't like it that much. This is literally like the only dinosaur toy I own, which is like unheard of from a little boy. Now I have nothing but respect for Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park franchise. I recognize how much it's impacted Hollywood and how it set the standard for modern day visual effects. And I certainly do like 2 of those films, but I definitely don't love them like everyone else does, and that's simply due to the fact that I just don't care for dinosaurs very much. So when it came to including the Dinobots into the live action Transformers movies, I was definitely looking forward to seeing them, but my level of hype wasn't as high as everyone else's. So despite how little they are in this movie, how were they represented? I honestly think they did a pretty good job with them. I already know it wasn't easy adapting them because I feel like even G1 enthusiasts can agree that how they were made in G1 was really stupid. Like they just find dinosaur bones behind the Ark and they're just like, hey, let's just make some robots out of them.
If only we had some dinosaurs working for us. They'd really shake up the Decepticons.
I'm with you, Wheeljack. We could build robot versions of those oversized iguanas if it was okay with Optimus Prime.
Robot dinosaurs might be useful. You have my authorization.
Alright then. So even though it's a little confusing how they even got here, hey man, I'll take it I guess. I'm not mad at it. I do like their designs, although I wish they just had some more color thrown into them. Like they're all just kind of gray with some hints of blues and reds thrown in there. Like their toys were able to throw some color into them. I don't know why they couldn't just do that for the actual film. Grimlock's transformation is sick and it does lead into the best line of the movie.
Oh no. I was expecting a giant car.
So yeah, despite their grand total of like 6 minutes of screen time, the Dinobots were cool for what they are. And I'd be lying if seeing Optimus Prime ride Grimlock with a sword didn't put a massive smile on my face.